And good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Dale Turnbull.
Hello, fabulous people.
Dale is the one and only. You are so funny. Honestly, I've just spent time with you at HypnoThoughts Live. And I don't know, there's something about you just make everybody smile. And
Is that a good kind of smile, or is it because like sometimes there's like that awkward smile, you know? It's like, do we pat him on the head and feel sorry for him kind of smile, or is it like actually he's all right? Yeah, who knows?
Probably a little bit of both.
Oh no, cheeky bit of patronising. I can take it. Why not? Why not?
Depends what mood I'm in. No, you are such an addition to the community. You really are, and it's great because I get to see you again soon at the Mid-America Hypnosis Conference, which is in October. So
and right back at you. I mean, it was great to see you as well at HypnoThoughts. I think it was such a cool year. I know a lot of people had to cancel due to like just different life circumstances and things, but it was a really awesome conference. It was really great. People connected well. But yeah, also really excited for the Mid-America Conference. I know Bandler's going to be there. I know there's going to be lots of cool people there. It's going to be a very different feel to it, but I'm really excited. It's going to be good fun.
So what are you speaking on at the Mid-America one?
So I'm speaking on leveraging metaphorical communication for a change. Basically, because, I mean, a lot of people who take people on journeys in hypnosis, you've got those that use scripts and got a standardized form. And I find the other group of people are people who are interested in learning more, developing more, and normally that they adapt with the client. So they'll take the client on a journey and they'll get active feedback through those sessions. And what I want to talk about is how you can use a unique and different way of communicating that metaphorical structure that emerges from the client's unconscious to not just help create change like you guys already do, but also to help create more conscious change of what the person's going through in the structures which are present deep in the unconscious. So it's going to be really good fun. What about yourself? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm talking about how we can create indifference for our clients. And because it's not, because people always think that the opposite of love is hate.
Yeah.
And it's not. So in relationships, you know, if there's something going on around any kind of relationship, even the ones, say, that we have with ourselves over a behavior that we might have. And I help people feel indifferent, because actually the opposite of love is indifference.
So for your British audience, it's like Catherine Tate, like, am I bothered? Am I bothered? Like, not bothered at all.
Yeah. What? Or as Bob Burns says, some will, some won't, so what? You actually just get to that, so what? Which is really liberating. It's very freeing. And I will be doing some demonstrations, diagrams, explaining how I do that for people in my sessions.
Nice. It's exciting. I mean, it's almost like, because so many people feel trapped, feel bogged down, feel stuck, like they can't move within these situations. And I mean, some situations just suck, but do we have to feel it and experience it and live it that way? Or we can just be like, well, it is what it is, you know? What am I going to do about it?
Yeah. And do I need to give that permission to ruin my day every single day? And all 24 hours, to the point where you make yourself ill, or can't sleep, or can't eat properly, or get irritable bowel syndrome, or all these other things? Or can you feel it, acknowledge it for a moment, accept it, and okay, I'm doing the best I can with what I've got right now. And now what's next? What else can I do?
Yeah, I think that's really powerful. I think whenever I'm working or coaching with clients, and like even with people, because I do a lot of corporate work as well, I always come from the frame always that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we have the most resources we have in that moment. And like ultimately it's like, oh, I just beating myself up about the whole thing. Well, that's the best that person can do, because they don't have the resources to not beat themselves up about it. So they're actually, because if they did, they probably wouldn't beat themselves up about it if they had the ability to choose and have that choice. So I think that's really powerful to have that difference.
And you're right. However, some people we then need to get curious, because I often ask the question about deservability.
Ooh,
Where's
that's an interesting one.
the deservability? Do you deserve to be free from this? Because some people actually have that whole thinking of, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, and I deserve to feel bad. I deserve to have nobody like me. I deserve to just feel crap every day, because that's it. And when I have actually asked some people that question about deservability, do you deserve, they literally will sit with it like you just did then, and sometimes cry. It's quite profound.
It's interesting because so ultimately they are deserving.
We all are.
But they're just choosing what they're deserving of. So they do have deservability, but it's what they're choosing to deserve or having the actions to deserve.
Or is that all they believe, because that has been what they've learnt, what they've copied? It's like, you know, from when they're a child, monkey see, monkey do. It's like maybe their parent was always like that, and they're just copying, and they didn't realize, they didn't know that they could, that was a choice that they had. And so there you go. You see, we have used that wonderful word choice again, and we invite people to really take a closer look at that. And when people go, I have a choice, that's another one, massive, profound experience when they go, oh.
Yeah. My very first business, like, you know, when you're in business, some of those of you who've got your own practice, you go through hundreds of different names, or at least I've done, like different. And yet Allow for Choice was my first name, because ultimately I think the ability that we have to choose one way or another, it's not necessarily right or wrong.
There's a song about that, isn't there? One way or another.
Or another. I gotta you see? I think we sang on the last chat.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Giggles and chats. Who knows? Maybe we could do a podcast.
Oh, well, this is a little mini podcast.
This is true.
It's my version of a podcast.
Because you've always got your own unique version of things.
I do, and it's okay. Because I'm not a perfectionist, and actually, that's another thing, is about for people letting go of that whole thing of perfectionism. This is what can stop people from doing stuff all the time.
I love perfectionists because they're doing it right. I mean, because ultimately, to do perfectionism right, you've got to do it wrong.
So they're doing it right.
Exactly. They're doing it the right, wrong way, in a roundabout way.
Yeah, and try and get your head around that one. There you go.
Exactly.
So you had a business called, remind me, I've already forgotten it.
Allow for Choice.
Allow for choice. Allow. Again, I like that word, allow. Give yourself permission. You know, it's, just allowing.
But it's really quite interesting coming from the perspective of choice, because I've really, it's all about choice, all about choosing, all about options. Those of you who know Myers-Briggs and like options versus procedures, I'm definitely more the options kind of person. But I think what's interesting is always having a choice can sometimes be a problem because you've got too much choice. Ooh. So some people have too much choice, and because of that, they stay stuck because they don't choose. Because the action of choosing actually takes away choices.
So they are still choosing.
Exactly. Well, if they choose to choose, if not, they can just sit in a place of all these choices. Well, I've got all these things. I've got so many things I want to do, but they don't do anything because that choice cuts off those options. So actually, their lack of choosing actually restricts their choices because they're not actually doing anything.
And then sometimes people, if I get people who say, well, I don't know what to do, and I will encourage people to I say, well, this is what I do when I don't know what to necessarily do about something. I don't do anything until I do know, because the answer will always come, for me at least anyway. If you're not quite sure what to do because you think you ought to be making a decision, then sometimes that's the place when to just sit and wait. What do you think about that, Mr. Dale Turnbull?
Well, that is an interesting perspective. They say that one of the things that creates the most creativity within us is boredom. Because ultimately, if you think about it, like when I'm the most creative is when I actually have to focus on doing something and actually put my space into it. How many times do we procrastinate, we distract, we do all these things to avoid that bored, awkward feeling? But when you just sit with it, when you're with it, when you just allow it to emerge, kids and creativity, when you take them away from screens, it might take them 20 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever it is, to transition from that moany, stroppy, annoyed phase. But then once they just like, well, what am I going to do? They just start playing, they start doing, and that creativity emerges. So actually sometimes doing nothing can actually create something.
I agree. And I often find that my most creativity comes in sort of like first thing in the morning, probably from a dream, but I'll suddenly go, oh, that. Or I'll be riding my bike because I do exercise every day, and it'll suddenly, I'll just say, oh, that. It's like, it's just where I go into la la land, and then something will appear to me.
Yeah, I find when I'm going running, when I'm at the gym, when I just like get to that stage, it just starts to come out. Or at night when you're supposed to go to sleep and you're too hot and your brain goes, it's great ideas, but I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. Why couldn't you have done this before?
I know. Well, that's why I have to have a pen and paper by the side of my bed. Because that will happen. I generally can't read it the next day, but it's like I do get a gist of what I've written. All the words on top of each other, and I go, oh, what did I say? But otherwise I won't go to sleep because I think I can't forget that. So that's why, anybody, you get idea. If you're one that gets ideas, have a pen and paper by the side of your bed so that you can just scribble it down and then give yourself permission.
Life hack.
Yeah. That works.
So you're in Boston next, right?
I am. I've got another hypnosis conference next week. It's the NGH. It's their 75th. I keep saying wedding anniversary. I don't know why. 75th anniversary. And then they've been married a long time. And then and then I've got another one on the 13th. It's that weekend in September. It's an NLP conference. So that's pretty cool. So if anybody is interested in those, I ought to get the links in the comments. However, I really am looking forward to to seeing Bandler. It's like he's one of the greats. The bunny talk process is based on NLP. That's what it is. It's ADAC. That's from NLP. It's that's how it creates change. So yes, and I'm looking forward to meeting him. I'm not quite sure what he'll make of the bunny talk process. I do hope I'll get to have a chat to him and tell him about it.
Yeah, could be fun. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So and what about you? What's so I know you've got that coming up, but you're going to England as well? That conference?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the London Hypnosis Conference later on in the year, but that's going to be in November time, and I'm sure we'll catch up within the interim.
Yeah, so lots going on, and in the meantime, I know you and I have got sort of like workshops. You've got metaphors of movement. I am actually taking yours. You're going to be taking the bunny talk, so I'm going to be a metaphors of movement practitioner as well, and you're going to be a bunny talk practitioner. So that'll be cool. So we've got those. We're going to be taking each other's workshops in September. So yeah, you can't get rid of me, Dale.
Indeed. It's all about learning and growing.
Well, I agree, because it's not just one thing fits every single client, and it's what else can you add in? What else can you use? Because that's what I've done with all of my trainings. It's like every client gets a bit of this, bit of that, mixiblob it together, and that is what my client gets. It's not necessarily
all about the mixiblob.
The mixiblob. It's a good word.
Indeed, it is. Sounds like the name of a shot or a cocktail.
It's like a mixiblob. Oh, I don't know. What would have to think of a cocktail?
Cool. If you watched this far, put in the comments what you think will be in a mixiblob. That's what I'd love to hear.
Okay, there you go. What would be in a mixiblob? There you go. Thank you, everybody. Right. Anyway, I know you have to go. So so thank you for watching, everybody. No doubt I have Dale on here again. And so it's goodbye from me, Claudia Ricard, and it's goodbye from
Dale. Ciao, ciao.
Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.